Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to Xenonauts episode 4. Missy Kiwi has now been added to our squad roster, and one of the things I was looking at on the last video and I was trying to decide whether or not it should be done was moving our heavy weapons to someone else who had a few more time units but didn't have quite as much in the way of strength. Now, this is one thing that I was trying to work out. Time units is very, very handy, but the way strength works in this game, it's more about what you can carry. Now, I think the original plan was probably to give it to Stephen, who has quite a decent number of time units and can get to the front. So, we're going to make... This is not that button, it's done in here. There we go, we're on the right page now. So, we'll change role and go for heavy weapons. So we are still well below the maximum weight we can carry. We're only carrying half of our maximum weight. I mean, we could even take more ammo if we wanted. Now, there you see, we do start to get a penalty. So we can't take the extra ammo. But here we don't have a penalty. We're good. So we can keep that as it is. What we also need to do then is we will take you and just put you as a default rifleman, or riflewoman in this case. And I think we'll go with that. Still got a few issues with our interceptors. We are still waiting for Condor 1 and Condor 2 to be repaired because they've now both taken damage. Foxtrot 1 is ready for action, but at this point it's a little bit risky to try and use it, mainly because we need the right sort of UFOs for it. Condor 3 hasn't arrived yet, so we are in a little bit of a pickle. Wondering if it's not worth starting to think about building ourselves another base, but probably not right now. It's probably going to be quite expensive. Yeah, insufficient funds. It's quite an expensive thing to do. So let's speed things up. Obviously, we do have this UFO here. Can we deal with this? Which... Oh. Grounded. So it's landed? Let's send Charlie straight out if we can get to it. We might not get to it in time. This is a long way away. No, it's taken off. Oh. No, it has landed. I'm going to go for it. It is going to be a nighttime mission. But we need to deal with this UFO. And I don't need it getting away from us, so... This could be a bit of a tricky one. We'll see how it goes. Okay. So... Looks like it's a desert mission, of course. It is in Africa. There is some sort of building over here. Now, we do have to be very careful. Looks like some sort of military base, almost. Stepping out, looking both ways. We're going to guard the front of the helicopter. Obviously, we need to try and throw out some flares if we can. And we're going to crouch. Do the same on this side. Now that is obviously the edge of the map. So I think we'll have a bit of an exploratory walk out here. I really thought that was an alien then when that popped in. Crouch. Flare for safety. This could be the corner of the map. So we'll take that under advisement. Okay. So let's not get Sniper out first, because we know that doesn't always work out well for us. Let's move to this rock. Haven't seen anything yet. Ah. Okay. Crouch. That could be problematic. Now, you do have some stuff blocking you, but not an awful lot. 84% chance to hit. Let's take it. Was a miss. Looked like a hit, but it was a miss. Don't have enough for a second shot, unfortunately. not in very good cover. We do, however, have our sniper, who has a 95% chance to hit. How many time units do you have remaining? 63. So we can't even take 2 shots unless we only go for the snapshot. But even that's got a 50-50 chance of hitting. So let's take the aim shot. We do get a hit, but we don't get a kill, which is not ideal. So, now is your chance, Stephen. Are you able to fire? No, because you need 57 time units to fire, which is unfortunate. Let's get you round behind this rock. We have found a civilian. Might be able to help us out. As you can't actually fire, might as well get you to throw out a flare. This gives a bit of a better vision in the area. Shotguns aren't going to be really useful at this range. So we need to see if we can take another shot with a rifleman. 94% chance to hit. Hit and a kill. Good. That's that initial problem dealt with. Now, I was asked if I felt like movement was unnatural. As in clumping soldiers together. I wouldn't say it feels unnatural. Certainly if you've played the original XCOM, the experience for moving soldiers is very similar. And the way you move your soldiers is completely up to... Oh, no, not another alien. He's over here. Oh, you didn't spot that. The way you move your soldiers is completely up to you. I like to try and use the cover. Now, obviously, the cover is a relatively... Well, I won't say it's a new mechanic. It works differently in this than the way it did in the original XCOM. But it's always good to try and keep behind cover where you can. Now, you've actually used all of your time units throwing that flare, which is very unfortunate. Nobody's really in a position to take a shot, so let's end the turn. Hope it doesn't shoot us. It is getting closer, sadly. But it just looks like it's just getting into cover. Hasn't taken a shot yet. And civilians are running away from the fight. Excellent. Good. Okay, so... Well, we might as well shoot with you first. That cactus is in the way, which is a little bit unfortunate. Let's see if we can get you over here safely. Yeah, you've still got stuff in the way, which isn't fantastic. You are going to face it, though. Face that way. This is definitely the corner of the map, which is good. 41%, oh, what we can take, 25% chance to hit, or we could take, how many time units have you got? 36. So, we'll take the shot. No, we missed by a mile. Oh, reaction fire. You know, you're safe there, James, for another turn. Now then, where's our heavy weapons? You're not in a great position. We've actually got 2 aliens that we can see now. Where's the second one? Oh, they're both over here. I wonder if this is where the UFO is. Now, one thing that it's worth remembering here is that this is actually a landed UFO, not a crashed UFO, which means there's likely to be more aliens. Now, you've got a good line of sight on him, apparently. 95% chance to hit. We'll take it. Get the headshot, but no kill. Don't have enough for a second shot, which is very unfortunate. You only have a shotgun, which doesn't really help matters much. But you can get to here and fire if we don't get a reaction shot, which we haven't. So let's crouch. And we will take the 52% chance to hit. And we get the hit and we get the kill. We've still got this guy over here who could be problematic. Not in the best of cover either. So I'm going to move you over here. It's the best we can do. Oh dear. There's a lot of aliens here. We have some problems all of a sudden. You can't hit him. You can't hit him from that position. Not easily. 24 would give you time for a normal shot. You have an assault rifle, but he's around the corner. There's no way you're going to be able to see him. 18 wouldn't give you... Well, it would give you a normal shot, but you're going to have to turn to face. Going to run you around here. Not convinced you'll have line of sight. No, you don't, which is a problem. Do you have line of sight on this one? Okay, the best we can get is 19 time units, which means we can't duck and have a snapshot. Well, we can't duck and have a normal shot. We could have a snapshot. It's got a very little chance of hitting. Let's take this shot. We might get lucky. No, missed by an absolute mile. So we've all of a sudden experienced an awful lot of aliens very, very quickly. We need to start getting people into positions where they're useful. Let's crouch you down. Right, who still has the ability to fire? You do. Now you can see him. You can see him. Now we could, even if we don't kill our comrade here, we're definitely going to end up suppressing him. So we don't want that to happen. Trying to just trace a line of sight. We could move to this. Right, how long would it take us to get there? 24 would give us a shot. I think we're going to have to try and take it. Don't have enough to crouch. Oh, and a miss. Reaction fire. Luckily, his aim's as bad as mine. Okay, now we've got some issues. We do still have our assault guys with their shotguns, but they're not going to be particularly useful at this sort of range. Got to be careful here, because really the last thing I want to end up doing is finding more aliens, but we do need to keep our eye on what's going on around here. We are going to try and move you up a little. Right, let's go to there. Okay, this could be bad. Right, you're going inside, which is better than shooting at me. You're getting close, which is not good. You're shooting at a cactus. Okay. At least these guys don't seem to be very good with guns. Now, we have a shotgun. A relatively good chance to hit him. Let's have a go. Oh, some of the bullets did hit. Let's take another shot. We got a hit, and we got a kill. Brilliant. You should crouch back down now. We know we've got one in here, so we do have to be very careful about that. Now, we do have a heavy machine gun up front. How long would it take us to have a look in the window? Right, can't actually see where it is at the moment. So, crouch down there. That's going to take too many turns, I think. So, we're going to run here. Oh! Now we can see him. But he is blocked. Now, we could shoot through the wall. All the terrain is destructible, but what we're going to do is we're going to crouch down. And we're going to get ready to take him if and when he comes out of there. We're also going to move James up a little bit in an effort to be able to deal. Don't want to really go that far, so we'll just duck down there. Who else do we have left? Heavy machine gun, well, light machine gun, heavy troop. Could get in a position to suppress if need be. Not sure that it's going to be absolutely necessary at this point, but I still think we should move up. Possibly to there. Face the alien, just because it'll give us a line of sight and we'll duck down. At least we can see where he is. Right, still need to have a little bit of a cheeky look over in this direction. Because it's quite an extensive map. Yeah, that's you. So let us throw a flare where we can. Make sure we're all good. Crouch down. Now you do still have time units left, but we'll save that in case we need reaction fire. You have all of your time units left. I've got a feeling the UFO is going to be over here somewhere, so let's start moving people over in this direction. Yeah, you can't really get here safely. Let's get you over here next to James. We'll have you facing the same direction. I think what we'll do is we'll explore this corner and see how far the map goes in. Actually, I think that is the physical edge of the map. Because you can put the cursor in darkness where you can move, but it won't go beyond the physical edge of the map. So this is the corner here. So there's nothing... I doubt there's going to be anything here. The UFO could be over in this corner, though. That is a possibility. So we are going to have to start moving people up that way. I keep forgetting to use these little bars along here, which is quite handy because you can see at a glance who still has time units left, the green bar. So if we see there that Bob still hasn't had his shot yet. Now, shot is blocked there, so I don't really want to do that. I think we'll actually leave him there for now in cover. Right, are you going to come out? It almost looked for a moment like you were going to. Yes, I don't like that. Okay. I'm going to move you up to try and get line of sight. Which we have. The question is, can we do anything about it? Well, potentially got a shot there. I think what we need to do with you, though, is move you back out of the way. Now, we can't actually see it at the moment, but we do know it is there. So what we can do is we can hold down control and we can force fire. Let's try to make sure that I'm on the right hex, or the right square even. I really shouldn't have moved because now I've lost my line of sight. That was terrible, terrible play on my part. You can't even turn around to face anymore. That was bad. I completely forgot that I was relying on it for line of sight. Let's... Right, can we move you somewhere and not get shot? Hopefully. You can't even see him. Now you can. Okay, right. Crouch down. We definitely need good shots now. 84% chance. And a miss. We don't get a second shot. You don't get a shot either. But we didn't get reaction fire. We could potentially get up close. This could go really badly. 77% chance to hit, 16 time units. We won't get 2 shots, but we'll take 1 shot. Does now give us the option to try and run away a little bit. Now you take too many... You take 56 time units to be able to shoot. Which doesn't really help. So I'm going to put you right on the corner here. You will still be able to reaction fire if it comes past though, which is potentially helpful. You could possibly still get a shot. 16 would give you a snap. But we're certainly risking your life here. Oh, well, we can't get the shot because we would actually have to turn to face him. Oh, dear. Run away. We're in a really, really bad position here. And, of course, this doesn't help because now there are people blocking Bob's line of sight as well. And we've found another alien, although we have actually found the UFO, which is good. So you're going to duck down there. And what we could do, potentially, just for the fun of it... No, I don't want you to run over there. I just want you to throw a grenade. You can't reach that with a grenade. That's a shame. Okay. Well, leave that idea. Can we do anything with you? No. Can we do anything with anyone? No. Are we likely to get somebody killed on this turn? Yes, extremely. Sniper. I think we're going to run up in this direction so we can cover the UFO. Hopefully not find any more aliens. Duck down. You should be far enough away that he's not going to get a very active shot on you. Right, now he's firing through the wall. You've gone inside. Okay. So we know we've got at least one inside. Now we have taken some damage. You're not in a particularly good position. Now everybody, there's a couple of people being suppressed, which isn't great. let's just have a nice shotgun to the face and kill him off. Okay. Okay, James, go and hide in the cactus. Make sure we're all clear over here. You realise someone's going to go have to scout in that building, right? That is going to be you, James. Dale, you somehow managed to survive. Looks like it's clear in there, so proceed forwards. Okay. Do you have a medikit on you? No, you do not, because you won't be able to carry it anyway. Who does have a medikit? You will. So let's get you over here. Can't do anything about it on this turn. You've only got half of your time units, but we're going to move you back over this way towards where we know the UFO is. We can't really do anything about that UFO at the moment. So what we are going to do is start moving people around towards it. And again, we found the extreme edge of the map, so we could go around in that direction. Going to move Bob up over here. Not Bob. Yes, Bob. Getting my names confused. And we are going to crouch. And we're going to, if we can, throw a flare. Just so we can see the door a little better. Because I'm not sure if it's close enough. Now, obviously, we won't be able to take any reaction fire on this round. So we need to hope nothing comes out of the door. Everybody's moved. Right, okay. So they're opening the door and messing around. We can actually see in. Oh no, they haven't opened the door. It might be worth just waiting for more reaction fire, but what we are going to do is we're going to move you around behind this rock. And you're going to just crouch down. How long would it take you to get there? 29. It's enough for a snapshot. So we'll put you there in that position. Okay, you are going to equip the medipack, which uses some of your time units, of course. And you are going to put as much healing on as possible. I think that's as much healing as you're going to be able to do. Yeah, that's maximum heal. Probably don't have enough time units to swap your weapon back. No, didn't think so. Everybody should be relatively okay for ammo. You're doing good, so we'll get you around there. Obviously, we've got the question mark because we didn't know if we'd be able to move there. Going to throw out a flare. No, yeah. Flare, not a grenade. Make sure we got the right one. Don't have enough time units to throw the grenade now, do I? Okay, no, so we'll duck out of that. Who else do we have? You do have your full movement, though, which is quite nice. So we'll get you up over here as well. Try and be careful with you. We don't want you getting shot. You can actually look over there. You might be able to see in. Not quite. Okay, duck down. Who's left? Always risky. And we're good. Someone has to secure the perimeter. And you have drew the short straw. Now, let's get our heavy over here. Don't know whether it's worth going around the fence. Might be able to suppress in this direction. Anybody who hasn't moved? You. I guess you can start heading up here. Looking fairly clear. Not sure how good cover a cactus is, to be honest. Ah, we have that civilian still wandering around doing not an awful lot. Number 2, who's that? Right, yeah, you're going to stay there and literally just sit on Overwatch. See if they open the door. Civilians running around. Yeah, they didn't open the door this time. Now, one thing you can do over here, you'll notice you have this reserve slider. Now, all this does is stops you being able to overspend time units. It'll mean if you tell someone to move... so I need 36 units to take a normal... 36 time units to take a normal shot. So if I put it on normal and try and move beyond 36 time units, you can see it's turning yellow. So it tells me if I move to there, I'll still be able to take a normal shot. If I move beyond it, I won't have enough time units for a normal shot. Bear in mind, of course, that doesn't include things like turning and crouching. So if I got there, I'd have 36 time units, and if I needed to turn and face that direction to fire, that might use up the remaining time units. So that's all that slider is really for. I am going to actually leave you there. Now will be a good time to actually start trying to move people up. So I think what we're going to do with you is we're going to move you behind this rock. We still need to try and scout a bit more of the area. I'm going to assume we're safe in this corner. We can't really see. There's only a little bit, but we know there's a civilian running around there. I'm sure if there had been an alien down there, he would have encountered him, so we should be okay. James is just going to go up and make sure that we are clear on this corner of the map. I think we should be fine, but you never can tell. Don't have enough time units to throw that grenade. We were short by 1, which is a shame. So we're just going to dodge out there. You guys are all fine. You might as well now swap back to your weapon in case you need to shoot something. It might happen. And we're going to try and run you out towards the front as quickly as we can. You still have your full time units. So again, let's start to approach the UFO. Can't see anything else around it, which is good. No damage to this UFO either. You see, normally when we see the UFOs on the map, they're all sort of shot up with holes in them and smoke coming off them, which is why they have less aliens, of course, because they've been shot down. But hopefully, because this has landed, we'll actually get more recoverable materials from it, which is always the goal when dealing with a UFO. So let's continue to move everybody up. And you still on relatively low health. Okay, let's end the turn, see what happens. They're not so keen on opening the door anymore than I notice. So, Peter, let's get you into position. We need our best shotguns on the case. Crouch down. We're also going to move you one closer and crouch down. We are going to get our heavy over here, which is kind of in line of sight of the door. It could end badly. We're not going to open the door on this turn, though. And hopefully, if the door does open, Bob will be able to take a shot with his sniper. I'm going to try and get Dale around for a little bit of backup if we need it. Alexia can have a little look around this rock and just make sure we are alien-free, which I think we are. James is still exploring. That's the edge of the map. Get into cover. Think we're good. Looks like you're not going to see an awful lot of action on this map, James, but never mind. Anybody else left out who still needs to move? You do, of course. Can't quite make it there, but you should still be in cover. Looks like we've got another civilian there as well. Okay, let's end the turn. Oh, door opens, and we take reaction fire with a shotgun, and we take a sniper shot. Civilian running for his life. And that's why you have people outside the doors on reaction duty. So I believe it was... who was it that took the shot, actually? I think it was... can't remember which one it was. It may have been Peter. Definitely Bob that got the kill on that one, though. So what we are going to do, because we can, is open the door. We can see our little friend there. Let's see if you can have another shot, Peter. You do have a 95% chance to hit. Shot to the face and dead. Mission successful. We have a medal here. The Order of Gallantry, awarded for the elimination of 5 extraterrestrial units in combat. So there you go, Peter. You've just racked up your 5th kill. We do have a couple of promotions. One person is going to be injured for 10 days. 6 aliens killed. Normally when we have a crashed UFO, we only get 4. At least we're starting to learn what sort of numbers we can expect now. Don't really have any casualties, which is, you know, not quite true. We do have a casualty. It's not a fatality, but still. All of the local forces and civilians survived. We got 9 alien alloys. Light Scout, Data Core, civilian guard and non-combatant corpses disposed of. And we got ourselves quite a bit of money from that, actually. It wasn't too bad at all. And at least, of course, that is a UFO dealt with, so we can report back to base with that one. We certainly need the money. Not sure how much it actually costs to build a base. Oh, it must be 500. Yeah, 500,000 to build a new base. Tempting to do. It's probably a little bit early. The problem with building a new base, if we attempt to do that, is that we won't actually have enough money to build anything at it. So it is kind of pointless at the moment. So we've done our mission for today. Before we do anything else, so we'll just have a quick look and see what else is going on. Condor 2 is very nearly repaired, which is excellent. Condor 3 still has 25 hours before it arrives. Just want to double check what my scientists are working on and how they are proceeding. So it's currently working on alien alloys. It says that progress is excellent, but we still haven't heard anything about that yet. We're not actually manufacturing anything else at the moment. We could build another Foxtrot Interceptor. It is quite expensive, though. Do we have a spare hangar? Where do we see our actual base? Where are we? So many buttons. This one. There we go. No, we don't have a free hangar because we're waiting for our other Condor to arrive. We could build another hangar and use this as a manufacturing base. It's certainly doable, but we may want to use the rest of this space for something else. And what we're going to do is when we get our second base, we'll probably ship one of the Condors out and then build another Foxtrot and ship that out as well. And probably try and make it so that we have 2 Condors and 1 Foxtrot at every base. We probably won't necessarily need to have multiple dropships. They do have quite a decent range, and it's more important that we can shoot the UFOs down. Shooting the UFOs down is the important thing because we can always airstrike them when they're on the ground. So we don't necessarily need to be able to respond to them with the dropship. Eventually, of course, we will have fully staffed bases, and we'll try and cover as much of the world as possible. But until then, that is about as good as we can do. Quite happy with that mission. It is a little bit of a shame that that somebody got wounded. However, yeah, we're still also waiting for Garrett to get back in as well. So we've lost a rifleman there. We do need to get another rifleman on board. So why aren't you letting me me assign someone there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe it did automatically assign somebody. Oh no, Alexia is actually still assigned. Because if somebody has more than 50% of their health, then they're classed as injured and not wounded. And somebody who is injured can still come along for the ride. So what we could do is we could actually bring Garrett along if we wanted to, but I prefer that he heal up a little more. We are also going to take Alexia off active duty, I think. And we are going to add someone else on. We've only got one other person. You don't have a lot of time units. Your reflexes are quite good, though, which is quite nice. Let's have a look at the hire soldiers list. We haven't actually looked at the roster here. So this is one thing that is a little bit different from the original XCOM. In the original XCOM, if you hire soldiers, you just get extra soldiers. And yes, they do have random stats, but you don't actually know what those stats are until those soldiers arrive. So you could hire 10 soldiers and you might only get 1 or 2 that are decent. At least here you actually have a pool of soldiers who you can choose to hire from. So we've got someone here, Private Alan Morris, actually has very good time units and hit points, very good reflexes and bravery. I'm actually going to hire that soldier because that is a very, very good soldier. Obviously, you can tell by the colours, the darker colours, the better. We've also got Bruno Romero here, who actually has fairly decent time units and decent hit points as well. We also have someone with good strength and bravery, but not an awful lot of time units. Time units are one of the most important things in this game. So I think we're going to pick up Bruno, and we will hire both of those soldiers. Now, what happens is, as you hire soldiers, the list repopulates. Not completely, it just replaces the ones that you have hired. But what you will find is that as you hire more and more soldiers, the ones it repopulates with will have worse and worse stats. And apparently this all resets at the end of the month. I'm also going to hire Marcus Hansen there because he's got very, very good accuracy. So we could have another backup sniper. And as you can see, it gets replaced with somebody else. We could have someone there with... good time units, good hit points. But I think we'll leave it for now. We don't really need to get ourselves any more. Obviously, you pay an initial fee for the soldiers. You also pay a monthly retainer. So you don't want to have too many soldiers. They take up living space and they cost you money each month. But I feel that it won't be very long before we start losing people. And on top of that, the fact that we do have injuries, we already have 2 people that are out. So we want to avoid having too much more of that in the future. We also need to start thinking about... researching vehicles as well. We are actually building a garage somewhere. Yeah, so we've got a garage under construction. Not necessarily sure that this dropship is going to be the most ideal thing for transporting vehicles into battle. If it's anything like the original XCOM, using the tanks, the hover tanks and the little weapons platforms, they actually took up 4 spaces in the back of the dropship, and because you only have a limited number of room for troops, you'd have to take 4 troops out to put 1 vehicle in, which was very much a trade-off because the Sky Ranger was quite small. Wasn't too bad when you got to the point where you had the Avenger, because the Avenger had a much bigger space, so you could take a couple of tanks and still have about 16 crew members, which was really nice. There was also the Lightning, which not many people used to use. The Lightning was kind of a step up from the Sky Ranger, as in it was a bigger dropship. It only had very limited weapons on it though, so it could be used in combat, but it was nowhere near as effective as using the Firestorms. The problem was it only had a single space door, which meant you could only get people out one at a time, and you couldn't use vehicles because vehicles needed a door that was 2 squares wide to fit through. So we may need a better dropship in order to start using the vehicles, but that's something that we'll deal with when we come to it, because we're going to need to research the Hunter Scout car before we do anything else. So a battlefield scout car that can be deployed in battle alongside our soldiers, has a longer sight range than soldiers and is armed with a machine gun turret. So it can be very, very useful, but I think we need to get the alien alloys first, because that way we'll probably get ourselves some armor and we'll get some better weaponry as well, hopefully. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Xenonauts, and I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.